The Executive Secretary of Petroleum Products Pricing and Regulatory Agency, Mr. Reginald Stanley, says uncertainties surrounding the removal of fuel subsidy is affecting the importation of premium motor spirit. Mr. Stanley said this at the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating the management of subsidy. The Group Managing Director of the NNPC, Mr. Austin Oniwon, however, assured the committee that the company has reserves that can last for 33 days in the event of petroleum scarcity.
Offering clarifications to the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating the management of fuel subsidy in the country. The committee also listened to the testimony of the Attorney General of the Federation.
Everybody has claimed that this direct deduction from the Federation account to pay subsidy is in line with constitutional requirement. Did they seek your input before arriving? Because as far as we are concerned, any money that is not appropriated by this assembly cannot be spent. They've been spending without this appropriation. Did they seek the Attorney General's? That's first. Secondly, we have discovered in... Okay.
Well, sir, there's been no clarification from my office to that effect, and if they seek my opinion, I'll give them in writing, and I'll tell them the appropriate thing to do based on my understanding of the Constitution and the law. And I did recall that when I appeared before the National Assembly during my Senate screening confirmation hearing, I did say that all institutions of government must be regulated by the Fiscal Responsibility Act, and I still stand by that, sir.
But it was the issue of a possible scarcity of petrol that attracted the attention of the Ad Hoc Committee.
Definitely there is a lot of uncertainty in the sector, and most other players are not taking the risk because they don't know what is going to happen. However, as of yesterday 8th, we have about 1.18 billion liters of PMS available, and depending on your daily consumption rate, it can go from 33 if you are using 35 to maybe about 20 something if you are using 46. So we do hope that within the next few days that the situation will be clarified, certainty will be returned, and other players will come in. However, if nothing happens at all, the status quo remains as it is, and no additional import comes in at 35, if that's the figure you use, million liters per day, we should be able to sustain supply for 33 days.
Yeah. PPPRA, please.
Chairman, just to add to what the GMD said, I think the issue is actually very fundamental. The banks are not releasing credit lines to the importers to bring in products. And the reason they have advanced is that there's no definitive statement as to whether subsidy will be paid in 2012 or not. That's fundamental. And all this whole thing that they do is financed by the banks. And without the banks giving credit lines, this will not happen.
So without maybe preempting what would be the position of the House of Representatives when we tender our report, obviously, since the price per liter of PMS was pegged at 97 naira, it presupposes that something would be paid as subsidy. And so, naturally, I would expect that anybody who has the contract to import should certainly bear in mind that if, through the work of the PPPRA, and the outcome of our report determines what we believe should be the average per liter price, then naturally government would have to bear the difference. So I don't think that should be a serious matter of concern for those who are importing.
The committee then wound up the public investigation of the management of the oil subsidy. The chairman of the committee said the panel will now study all the materials it has received and will present its report in the next few weeks. Lanre Lasisi, Channels Television News.